You know what they say, you just can't keep a good guy down. Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Devin Heaton, and today we are talking about my thoughts on Child's Play 3 from 1991. So before we get started, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a beat on these videos. If you haven't already, check out my previous videos where I discuss my thoughts on Child's Play 1 from 1988 and Child's Play 2 from 1990. So I'd like to start off by saying that I will not be explaining the synopsis, but I will be talking about my thoughts on the film itself. So if you're hoping for a synopsis, just check out the description down below. The story isn't that bad, but it isn't that great either, in my opinion. It takes place a few years after the events of the second film, and we are introduced to a much older Andy Barclay, about 16 years old, and he is now in the military. So I'm not a big fan of the military aspect, if I'm being completely honest, mainly because the film was released a year after Child's Play 2, and the whole film itself felt slightly rushed. Because of the film's plot and release date, we are introduced to an older Andy Barclay, who is obviously not played by Alex Vincent from the first two films, but instead is replaced by Justin Whalin. I understand the creators of the film wanted to take it in a new direction, but I felt as if they could have come across this film differently. Justin Whalin does a decent job at portraying Andy. I wouldn't say he's better than Alex Vincent, but I prefer Alex Vincent's role as Andy. Early on in the film, we are introduced to Kristen De Silva, who ends up becoming Andy's love interest. I don't mind seeing that because that shows that Andy is growing up and is getting back to his comfort zone, which is what I explained in my previous video. Another important character we are introduced to is Tyler. He has the same interest in good guy dolls as Andy did when he was 6. Tyler is a good character, but because we see a kid being chased around by Chucky so he could possess Tyler's soul, it just feels like a retread of the first two films. Two other characters we are introduced to are Whitehurst and Shelton. Shelton is a dick and Whitehurst is a chicken shit. And of course we are introduced to Chucky. Chucky is pretty much the same as he was in the previous films, but the only difference to me is that he has sort of a Jack Nicholson vibe in this film. So yet again, the kills are jam-packed with blood and gore, yet it still sort of holds that tame feeling we get in the previous films. The Child's Play films seem to have Chucky slightly on a chain with his kills. They are creative, but they're not as gory as the kills in the spin-off films. One kill I really like is Chucky's kill at the very end of the film, where he gets thrown into the fan. I thought it was very creative and smart, and I was always very curious on how they would bring that back in the next film. That's it for today, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and I'll see you in the next video where I discuss my thoughts on Bride of Chucky.